Ever wondered if mixed nuts are a safe snack for those managing diabetes? It's a question that leaves many feeling puzzled. This video will uncover the truth about mixed nuts and help you make healthier snacking choices. Top 5 mixed nuts for diabetes management. Number 1. Walnuts. Walnuts really stand out as a nutritional powerhouse, and they're particularly beneficial for individuals managing diabetes. You see, they are rich in polyunsaturated fats, especially alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which is an omega-3 fatty acid known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Not only that, but walnuts also provide a good source of fiber, protein, magnesium, and antioxidants. All of these play crucial roles in overall health and blood sugar regulation. It's this unique combination of healthy fats, fiber, and protein in walnuts that helps to slow down digestion and the absorption of glucose. This, in turn, leads to a more stable blood sugar response after meals. Now, research into walnut consumption has shown some pretty promising results for glycemic control in people with type 2 diabetes. Studies suggest that regular intake of walnuts may improve insulin sensitivity and lower fasting insulin levels. Some clinical trials have even indicated that incorporating walnuts into the diet doesn't adversely affect body weight or composition, despite them being calorie-dense. In fact, they may even contribute to better endothelial function, which is vital for cardiovascular health, a common concern for diabetics. And let's not forget the fiber in walnuts. It also contributes to a feeling of fullness, which can help with appetite control and prevent overeating, further supporting diabetes management. So, for individuals with diabetes, the recommended serving sizes for walnuts are typically around 1 ounce. That's equivalent to about a handful, or approximately 14 halves. This portion provides significant nutrients without an excessive calorie load. It's important to be mindful of this serving size, as nuts are quite energy-dense. Consuming them in moderation allows diabetics to reap the benefits without negatively impacting blood sugar or weight management goals. Incorporating walnuts into your meals can be both easy and delicious. You could add them to your morning oatmeal or yogurt for a crunchy texture and a nutrient boost. Walnuts can also be sprinkled over salads, mixed into stir-fries, or even used as a coating for fish or chicken instead of breadcrumbs. For a simple snack, a handful of plain walnuts can be very satisfying. And here's a tip. Ground walnuts can even be used in baking as a partial flour substitute, adding healthy fats and reducing the overall carbohydrate content of baked goods, making them more suitable for a diabetic diet. Number 2, almonds. Almonds are another excellent nut choice for individuals managing diabetes, primarily due to their positive impact on blood sugar levels. They are rich in monounsaturated fats, fiber, magnesium, and vitamin E, and all these components help moderate glucose absorption into the bloodstream. This combination of fiber and healthy fats contributes to a lower glycemic index. What this means is that they cause a slower, more sustained rise in blood sugar compared to high-carbohydrate snacks. This effect is particularly beneficial for preventing those post-meal glucose spikes. Beyond blood sugar control, almonds offer significant heart health benefits. This is especially crucial for people with diabetes who have an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. The monounsaturated fats in almonds can help lower LDL, that's the bad cholesterol levels, and increase HDL, the good cholesterol. Furthermore, the magnesium content in almonds plays a role in regulating blood pressure, another important factor for heart health. And let's not forget vitamin E, a potent antioxidant found in almonds, which helps protect cells from damage and reduces inflammation, contributing to overall cardiovascular well-being. Almonds can also be a valuable ally in weight management for diabetics. Despite being calorie-dense, the protein and fiber in almonds promote satiety, helping to reduce overall calorie intake by keeping you feeling fuller for longer. Studies have shown that incorporating almonds into a balanced diet doesn't necessarily lead to weight gain and may even support weight loss efforts when consumed as part of a calorie-controlled eating plan. As we know, managing weight is a key component of diabetes control, as excess body fat can worsen insulin resistance. When it comes to how to consume almonds, the ideal methods involve choosing unsalted and unroasted varieties to avoid excess sodium and unhealthy fats from processing. A standard serving size is about 1 ounce, which is roughly 23 almonds. Almonds can be eaten as a standalone snack, particularly between meals to help stabilize blood sugar. They can also be added to cereals, yogurt, or salads. Almond flour is a popular low-carb alternative in baking, and almond butter can be a healthy spread, provided it doesn't contain added sugars or oils. Timing your consumption before or with carbohydrate-containing meals may also help blunt the glycemic response. Number 3. Pistachios. Pistachios offer a favorable glycemic impact when compared to many other snack foods, making them a smart choice for individuals with diabetes. They have a relatively low glycemic index, GI, and glycemic load, GL. This means they cause a slower and lower rise in blood sugar levels after consumption. This is attributed to their healthy fat content, fiber, and protein, which collectively slow down carbohydrate digestion and glucose absorption. In fact, research suggests that eating pistachios may even help lower blood glucose levels after a high carbohydrate meal. Interestingly, the consumption of pistachios has been linked to a reduction in several cardiovascular risk factors, which is a significant concern for people living with diabetes. Their rich profile of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats contributes to improved lipid profiles, including lower LDL, bad cholesterol, and higher HDL, good cholesterol. Pistachios are also a good source of antioxidants, such as lutein and zeaxanthin, which can combat oxidative stress and inflammation, further protecting heart health. Some studies even indicate that pistachios can improve endothelial function and reduce blood pressure. The notable fiber content in pistachios plays a crucial role in blood sugar management. Dietary fiber, particularly soluble fiber, helps to slow the absorption of sugar, preventing sharp spikes in blood glucose. Fiber also promotes satiety, which can aid in controlling overall calorie intake and managing weight, both important aspects of diabetes care. A single serving of pistachios provides a good portion of the daily recommended fiber intake, contributing to better digestive health alongside glycemic control. Now, portion control is key when incorporating pistachios into a diabetic diet due to their caloric density. A typical serving size is about 1 ounce, which equates to approximately 49 kernels. A helpful strategy for portion control can be choosing in-shell pistachios, as the process of shelling them slows down consumption and can lead to eating less. It's also best to opt for unsalted and unflavored varieties to avoid unnecessary sodium and added sugars. Pistachios can be enjoyed as a snack, added to salads for a crunchy texture, or incorporated into main dishes. Number 4. Pecans. Pecans are distinguished by their remarkably low carbohydrate profile, making them an excellent nut option for individuals focused on managing blood sugar levels. With minimal impact on glucose, pecans can be easily integrated into a diabetic meal plan without causing significant spikes. Their primary components are healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, along with a decent amount of fiber and protein. All of these contribute to their low glycemic effect and promote satiety. What's more, emerging research suggests that pecans may have positive effects on insulin sensitivity. Certain bioactive compounds found in pecans are thought to enhance the body's ability to use insulin effectively. This is crucial for individuals with type 2 diabetes who often experience insulin resistance. Improved insulin sensitivity means that the body requires less insulin to transport glucose from the bloodstream into cells, leading to better overall glycemic control and a reduced burden on the pancreas. Pecans are also packed with antioxidant properties that are particularly beneficial for diabetics. They are a rich source of vitamin E, specifically gamma tocopherols, and ellagic acid, among other phenolic compounds. These antioxidants help to neutralize harmful free radicals in the body, reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, which are often elevated in people with diabetes and contribute to complications. By combating oxidative damage, pecans can support overall cellular health and may help mitigate some long-term diabetes-related health issues. There are many creative ways to include pecans in diabetic meal plans. They can be chopped and sprinkled over sugar-free yogurt or oatmeal for a nutritious breakfast. Pecans add a delightful crunch and flavor to salads and can be used as a coating for baked fish or chicken instead of high-carb breadcrumbs. Ground pecans can also be incorporated into low-carb baking recipes. For a satisfying snack, a handful of raw or dry roasted pecans is a great choice. Just remember to stick to a sensible portion, typically around 1 ounce, which is about 15-20 pecan halves, to manage calorie intake effectively. Number 5. Mixed nut combinations. Consuming a variety of nuts, such as in a mixed nut combination, offers a broader spectrum of nutrients compared to eating a single type of nut. Each nut brings its unique profile of vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and antioxidants. For instance, while almonds are high in vitamin E, walnuts provide omega-3 fatty acids, and Brazil nuts are an excellent source of selenium. This diversity can contribute to a more well-rounded intake of beneficial compounds, supporting overall health for individuals managing diabetes. Research on the consumption of mixed nuts has shown positive effects on postprandial glycemia, which is the rise in blood sugar after eating. Studies indicate that consuming a handful of mixed nuts before or alongside a meal can help to dampen the glycemic response, particularly when the meal contains carbohydrates. The combination of fiber, protein, and healthy fats in mixed nuts slows down digestion and the absorption of glucose, leading to a more stable blood sugar profile. This effect is crucial for diabetes management and preventing complications associated with frequent blood sugar spikes. Now, while there isn't a universally optimal ratio for mixed nuts regarding blood sugar management, a good approach is to aim for variety and focus on unsalted, unroasted, or dry roasted nuts. Including nuts known for their individual benefits, such as almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, is a wise strategy. The key here is moderation and ensuring the mix doesn't predominantly feature nuts higher in saturated fats or those with added sugars or oils. It's also important to listen to your body and monitor your blood sugar response, as this can help tailor the best mix for you. When choosing commercial mixed nut products, individuals with diabetes should be particularly vigilant. Many pre-packaged mixed nuts contain added salt, sugar, or unhealthy oils used in roasting, which can negate the health benefits. It is best to opt for raw or dry roasted varieties labeled unsalted or no salt added. Reading the nutrition label carefully is essential to check for hidden sugars, like honey or syrup glazes, and trans fats. Often, creating your own mix from individual types of raw nuts is the safest and healthiest option, allowing full control over the ingredients and proportions. The science behind nuts and diabetes. Numerous clinical trials have investigated the effects of nut consumption on various health markers relevant to diabetes management. These studies consistently show that incorporating nuts like almonds, walnuts, and pistachios into the diet can improve glycemic control, reduce insulin resistance, and lower levels of HbA1c, which is a marker of long-term blood sugar management. The beneficial effects are often attributed to the nut's rich content of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, fiber, magnesium, and other bioactive compounds that work synergistically. Nuts also have a demonstrable impact on postprandial blood glucose levels. That's the rise in blood sugar after a meal. When consumed with or before carbohydrate-rich foods, nuts can significantly blunt the glycemic response. The fiber, protein, and healthy fats in nuts slow down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. This leads to a more gradual increase in blood sugar rather than a sharp spike. This effect is particularly valuable for individuals with diabetes, as it helps maintain more stable blood glucose levels throughout the day. Looking at the long term, the effects of regular nut consumption on diabetes management appear to be overwhelmingly positive. Beyond immediate glycemic benefits, consistent intake is associated with improved cardiovascular health markers, such as lower LDL cholesterol and blood pressure. This is critical given the increased cardiovascular risk in diabetic populations. Furthermore, some research suggests that nuts can contribute to better weight management and reduced inflammation, both of which are important for the long-term health of individuals with diabetes. So, what's the recommended frequency of nut consumption for individuals with diabetes? Generally, it aligns with healthy eating guidelines for the general population, which often suggest a daily serving. However, due to their calorie density, portion control is paramount. A typical serving is about 1 ounce, a small handful. Remember, consistency is more important than quantity. Regular, moderate consumption is likely to yield more sustained benefits for blood sugar control and overall health than sporadic, large intakes. Practical guidelines for consuming mixed nuts. Appropriate serving sizes are crucial when incorporating mixed nuts into a diabetic diet. A standard serving is generally considered to be 1 ounce, which translates to about a small handful. For example, this is approximately 23 almonds, 14 walnut halves, or 49 pistachios. Sticking to this portion helps manage calorie intake effectively, as nuts are nutrient-dense but also high in calories. It can be helpful to use measuring cups or count out the nuts initially to get a good idea of what a correct serving looks like. What about the best times to eat nuts for individuals with diabetes? This can vary, but consuming them as a snack between meals can help stabilize blood sugar levels and prevent overeating at the next meal due to their satiety-promoting properties. Eating nuts before or alongside a carbohydrate-containing meal can also help lower the overall glycemic impact of that meal. For instance, having a handful of nuts before a piece of fruit or with your morning oatmeal can be beneficial. It is essential to avoid salted, sugared, or candied varieties of nuts. Added salt can contribute to high blood pressure, a common concern for diabetics. Sugared or candied nuts contain added sugars that can cause unwanted spikes in blood glucose levels. Similarly, some roasted nuts are cooked in unhealthy oils. So, always opt for raw, dry roasted, or unsalted nuts to reap the maximum health benefits without any detrimental additives. And don't forget to check the ingredient list on packaged nuts. Proper storage is also important to maintain the freshness and nutritional quality of nuts. as their high fat content can make them prone to rancidity. Nuts should be stored in airtight containers to protect them from air and moisture. While they can be kept at room temperature for a short period, if the environment is cool and dark, refrigerating or freezing nuts is the best way to extend their shelf life significantly. This is especially true for larger quantities or if you live in warmer climates. Potential concerns and considerations. A primary concern with nut consumption, especially for individuals managing diabetes and often weight, is their caloric density. While rich in nutrients, nuts are high in calories, primarily from fats. Therefore, strict portion control is absolutely essential. Consuming excessive amounts can lead to weight gain, which can negatively impact blood sugar control and overall health. So, mindful eating and adhering to recommended serving sizes of about 1 ounce per day is key to enjoying their benefits without overdoing the calories. Nut allergies are another important consideration. Allergies to tree nuts, like almonds, walnuts, and cashews, and peanuts, which are actually legumes but often grouped with nuts, can be severe and even life-threatening. Individuals with known nut allergies must avoid them entirely. For those seeking alternatives, seeds like pumpkin, sunflower, or chia seeds can offer similar nutritional benefits, including healthy fats, fiber, and protein, though their specific nutrient profiles will differ. Cost can sometimes be a barrier for some when it comes to including nuts regularly in their diet, as they can be relatively expensive compared to other snack foods. To manage costs, you might consider buying nuts in bulk when they are on sale, especially from stores with bulk bins. Choosing less expensive varieties or focusing on 1 or 2 types of nuts that offer significant benefits, rather than a wide array, might also be more budget-friendly. Comparing prices between different stores and brands can also lead to savings. When incorporating nuts into a diabetic diet, it's beneficial to consider how they combine with other foods. Pairing nuts with carbohydrate-containing foods can help lower the overall glycemic index of a meal or snack. For example, adding nuts to yogurt, oatmeal, or fruit can slow sugar absorption. However, always be mindful of the total calorie and fat content of the meal when adding nuts, ensuring the overall dietary pattern remains balanced and supportive of your diabetes management goals. Personalized approaches for different diabetic needs. The considerations for incorporating nuts into the diet can differ slightly between individuals with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. While the general benefits of nuts for blood sugar management and heart health apply to both, those with type 1 diabetes will need to carefully account for the carbohydrate content, though minimal in most nuts, when calculating insulin doses. For those with type 2 diabetes, the emphasis might be more on the role of nuts in improving insulin sensitivity and weight management. It is absolutely crucial to adapt recommendations based on individual glycemic responses. Not everyone's body reacts the same way to specific foods. Using a glucose meter to check blood sugar levels before and after consuming nuts, especially when first incorporating them or trying new types, can provide valuable personal insights. This self-monitoring helps in understanding how different nuts and portion sizes affect your individual blood sugar control, allowing for more tailored dietary adjustments. Ultimately, consulting with healthcare providers, such as a doctor, registered dietitian, or a certified diabetes care and education specialist, is paramount for personalized advice. These professionals can help integrate nuts into an overall meal plan that considers an individual's specific health status, medication regimen, lifestyle, and personal preferences. They can provide guidance on appropriate portion sizes and help address any concerns related to nut consumption within the context of a comprehensive diabetes management strategy. So, to sum it all up, mixed nuts, with a special nod to walnuts, almonds, pistachios, and pecans, can indeed be a beneficial part of a diet for people managing diabetes, provided they are consumed in appropriate portions. Scientific research indicates they may assist in managing blood sugar levels, reducing cardiovascular risks, and supplying essential nutrients without significantly disrupting glycemic control. Have you incorporated mixed nuts into your diabetes management plan? We'd love to hear about it, so please share your experience in the comments below. Subscribe to our newsletter for more evidence-based nutrition advice for diabetes, and don't forget to consult your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes.